All right, let's do another one here. I don't know how much, this might just quit because I don't know if after this one, remind me to delete everything that's on there before I started filming. Okay, now, this next one, number 53, it says, everybody, it says classify each of the following as an Arrhenius acid or an Arrhenius base. Okay? So you're going to feed these to me. It's A through F. Okay? So the first one is Ca. Okay, what's the next one?
HNO3.
No.
No, it's
B. B is what?
Oh, C2H5.
H5.
Got it.
C2H5. OOH.
CO.
Okay. You guys, remember you guys are young and have no glasses and, don't even squint. So can you try to remember that you can see? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. What else?
HNO3.
What is it?
HNO3.
All right, raise that. Hold it. Excuse me. TJ, you have a very deep voice. I can hear you very, very clearly.
HNO3.
HNO3. Okay.
And then KOH.
KOH. Is that it?
No.
Go ahead.
HBr.
And D, F.
H2SO4.
H2SO4. Good.
Yeah.
All right, now. So it says, classify each of those as an Arrhenius acid or an Arrhenius base. Do you remember what an Arrhenius acid or Arrhenius base is, Kaylee? Do you remember? Or? I told everybody in the beginning of class what it was. No memory. That's okay. Just asking. Martha?
It's something that ionizes an acid, something that ionizes
I can't hear you.
something that ionizes into hydrogen ion, and a base something that ionizes to a OH ion.
That's correct. An Arrhenius acid is something that gives off hydrogen ions, which are protons, but hydrogen ions. And an Arrhenius base is one that gives up hydroxide ions, right? All right? Yes? All right. So, Arrhenius acid or Arrhenius base? A or B here?
Acid.
That's an acid? Okay. We just said, that's okay. Your ears are as good as your eyes. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
I said an Arrhenius base. Okay, now the whole world thinks that no one can see or hear in here. Okay, so this is an Arrhenius base. How about this?
Base.
No. That's, you know what that is? You know what that is? It's written weirdly. You could write it like this as well. Acetate. Acetate. Acetic acid. Acetate. Acetic.
But there's
Yeah, those hydrogens aren't given up. So it looks like this, right? You have C. Each one of those lines is a hydrogen. Do I have to write them in?
No.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And we went over this. This is called acetic acid. There's many videos in the haiku that mention acetic acid. Okay? Or ethanoic acid. This is ethanoic. This is acetic. I would accept that. Or ethanoic. Either one is fine. Okay, Michael, you're right. You guys are paying attention. Excellent. So ethanoic or acetic acid, either one I would accept. And what happens is that this acts kind of like an electron vacuum, that C double bond O. And what it does is it weakens this bond here. It weakens this bond here. It weakens it. Okay? And the hydrogen is allowed to come off. Yes? If that double bond didn't exist, what's it called? If that double bond is not there, what's that called? In other words, it looks like this. What happens if it looked like this? What happens if it looked like this? I'll write it over here. If that C double bond O didn't exist, instead it was like this, would that be an acid? Is that an acid? What is this? It's something. In other words, in organic chemistry, this is called a functional group. It's called a functional group. In organic chemistry, they're called functional groups. This is a functional group. Functional group. Okay? Is this an acid? This is an acid. That's an acid. Is that an acid? Looks like one, doesn't it? Looks like an acid or a base, doesn't it? What is this called? Does anybody know what type of functional group this is? This is an the name of this functional group is called an acid. Okay? Carboxyl. The carboxyl group is the acid-forming component of an organic acid. Carboxyl group. Carboxyl group.
What's the other name?
Carboxyl. The carboxyl group. What group is this called? Anybody know? Very common, very common. You.
Alcohol.
Very good.
Alcohol.
Alcohol. Alcohol is actually a functional group in chemistry. Does anybody know what alcohol this is? Okay, excuse me? Please? Thank you. I appreciate that. This is called ethyl alcohol. This is what people consume. They sell this in stores. It's the active ingredient in alcoholic beverages. This is called ethyl alcohol. What's this? What is this? What's the common name of that? It's an alcohol. What's the common name? This is ethyl alcohol.
Ethanol.
Ethanol. This is ethanol. All right, ethanol. Ethyl alcohol. What's this group? What's this called? Shall I give you a hint?
Yeah.
Okay. Many of you in your homes here too. It's common here. Have that gas coming out of your oven. Okay. It's called methane. Okay. Carbon with 4 bonds.
Oh, it's methanol?
Methanol, very good. Methanol. That's methanol. Methyl alcohol. That's the methyl group. That's the methyl group. This is called an ethyl group. Methyl and ethyl. Sounds like a stand-up comedy team. Okay? Methyl and ethyl. Okay? If I had, how many of you have ever heard of ether? You've heard of ether, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Diethyl ether, really explosive stuff. Looks like this. Diethyl. So ethyl, you know what ethyl is, right? What's ethyl?
Oh, it's acid.
Isn't that ethyl?
Oh, yeah.
No, not alcohol. That's ethyl. These are ethyl groups, right? Right? If I put that in there, this functional group is called an ether. That's an ether. That's an ether. So this is called diethyl ether. You can have take that out, you can have ethyl methyl ether. You could have they think I'm kidding. You could have ethyl methyl ether. You could have dimethyl ether. Okay? These are all solvents. These are, use them as solvents in industry to make other chemicals. Yeah? Okay. Enough said. So anyway, so this is an acid. Is that a weak acid? That acetic acid, is that weak or is it strong?
Weak.
It's very weak. Could I have a couple paper towels there, Haley, please, son? They're very weak. Okay, TJ, you have detention, thank you. Do I finally have your attention?
Oh, yeah.
All right, now be quiet. Okay, now you don't have detention because you finally gave me your attention. It's a TION thing.
I got it.
You get it? Okay, good. Excellent. Thank you. All right, Americans. Canadian? What are you? Canadian?
Yeah.
All right, I can't say anything bad about Canadians. They're wonderful. The Glindas of the North in America, North America. They're the good country. Right? Us horrible Americans, right? Okay, so that's an acid actually. That's an acid. It gives up hydrogen in solution. Okay? That's an Arrhenius acid. How about this? A or B?
A.
A, nitric acid. A or B?
B.
B, A or B? A or B? Now name them. Name it. You have to be able to name bases on your test. I don't really go over it. It's just the name of the positive component and what? Hydroxide. Big deal, right? Right? So what's this?
Calcium hydroxide.
Calcium hydroxide.
Acetic acid.
Acetic acid or ethanoic acid.
Nitrous acid.
No.
Hydrogen.
Oh, sorry. Got the part of it got erased. Now I'm making nitrous acid. Part of the three got erased. Nitric acid.
It's nitric.
Nitric acid. What's this?
Potassium hydroxide.
Potassium hydroxide. Okay. How about this?
Hydrobromic acid.
Hydrobromic acid. Very good. How about this?
Sulfuric acid.
Sulfuric acid. Okay. So we're okay with that number. Shall we quit that particular one? All right. Yes. Are we all right?
Yeah.
All right. So this is determining Arrhenius acids and bases. Okay. Hey, just an on the side. This is on the side. On the side. What's that? Can that be named? Can that be named by Arrhenius?
No.
Is it an acid or is it a base? It's a base. Why?
Because it donates a great electron.
No. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, not really. Not really. So you're saying it's a Lewis something or other?
Base when it reacts with EF.
Well, what you would mainly say is this: that this is
It accepts hydrogen.
yes, it's a proton. It's a proton acceptor. So what theory is that?
Bronsted-Lowry.
Bronsted-Lowry says that that's a proton acceptor. So H goes on like this, and you form this. NH4 plus charge, right? So that's why that says, that's what that says, you see? So you have to name that using the Bronsted-Lowry theory. You can't name that according to Arrhenius. So it's not that a theory, Bronsted-Lowry, Arrhenius, or Lewis, is a good or a bad theory. It's that they explain different models. They have a different model that explains different things. Clear? So they work well together because if you only had Arrhenius, you couldn't categorize NH3 because it doesn't give up. It doesn't take on. I mean, it doesn't give up hydroxide in solution. It accepts a proton. Clear? Proton acceptor, base, proton donor. What's this? Is that an acid or a base? That's an acid because it's going to donate a proton. So that's a Bronsted-Lowry acid, okay? Enough said?
Yeah.
We'll do another one, okay? Here we go.